Hi everyone, I'm Tammy from Lavender and Grace, and I'm here with a video with the collaboration team hosted by the fabulous Teri of Teri's Crafty Christmas 2025. By now you've probably seen lots of videos featuring some fabulous kits from some pretty amazing creators, but just in case you haven't and you are seeing this for the first time, I will go over a few things with you. In this collaboration, there are over 40 collaborators and 55 videos. You can find all the details and schedule if you pop on over to one of these groups. And you can take a screenshot of this if you go to Sweet Pea Papers Junk Journal Facebook group, Junk Journal Tutorials and More Facebook group, or Junk Journal Tutorial and Paper Crafts Facebook group. Just pop on over to one of those three groups and then click onto the link tree, and boom, you have all the information that you need. Just in case, however, I will have the information listed below in the description box. There are giveaways, there are freebies, prizes. You create and you post in the group to be entered, and make sure to use the hashtag Teri's Crafty Christmas 25. And with all that said, we're going to go ahead and get started. If you want to take a screenshot of that, go ahead. So I am using a kit. We were all given kits to choose from, and it was really hard to choose from the kits because they are all really fabulous kits. But I chose to use the Hearth and Pine kit, and it is a kit by, sorry, got my little paper here, Lottie's Magic Addict. And I really like, I just love the papers. So I'm just gonna go through a few of the papers. Some of them I've already fussy cut out, and so I don't have those printed out, but I do, but they're cut out. So I'm just gonna kind of go through them really quickly with you. I have these papers which we'll be using today, and I'll be using this one as well. And then there's this one. I really like this. And then I printed this one to a page. And then this one here. And again, I printed that one to the page. And then I just love those Harlequin shape there. There's another one. There's one. So you can see there's quite a few pages, and then we have some smaller fussy cut, some labels that you can use, and I also printed these to the page to make some smaller labels that I like to use them in the smaller size as well. So I am going to move these off to the side because we won't be needing these. And what I'm using, we're gonna just make a little folio so that I can put some journaling cards in there and document and journal about what we did over Christmas, recipes that we've used. We always do a soup supper, or not supper, but a soup meal for our Christmas meal, and everybody in the family brings a different soup, so it's kind of fun to include those recipes and just fun things that happen during Christmas. So I'm going to be using this, but this will kind of come later, so I'm going to put that one off to the side as well. And so we're going to start off with these two plaid pieces, and I have a piece of just clear, it's not acetate, but it's just some packing that I had cut out. And then this is a cardboard that I had something come in, and if you don't have it, obviously if you don't have this, you can use like some Amazon envelopes and then just cut yourself out the window. And then there's a notch here for when I put the tags in. So let's see, try to figure out the size of this one. So this is approximately 8.5 by 12. And then the opening here is just shy of 7.5. And let's see, 5.5. So it's not super important that the exact measurements are used, but you can go by the measurements. You can make a smaller window, of course, too, depending upon the size of your packaging that you use. And we're just going to recycle this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be covering this whole front of this piece of cardboard here, and then we're going to be cutting out this for the window. So, and then we'll be adding this little piece of clear plastic. And I am going to, let's see here. So what I want to do is maybe, let's see, maybe we will kind of fold this up because we're just going to piece it. And we will cut. I'll get the cutter out. I'm going to kind of put this off to the side here. I think. We'll see which way works best. And make sure I'm up on screen here. I think I'll put this off to the side over here. Maybe you can see better. So I'm going to put that up so we have just a little bit of the brown border of the cardboard around there. And I'm just going to make an impression in here. Kind of fold it up, but not all the way. And I'm going to make a crease in there. And then the same on the sides. I'm going to come in. Oops. They never want to fold straight, do they? Okay. The same on this side. And I think, you know what, I didn't do the top part. So we won't have too much on this. Okay, there's probably a better way to do this, but this is what's going to get us there. So I'm going to take my X-Acto and my ruler. And we'll get the paper straight on there. There we go. Okay. And I think, just so I know where I'm at, go from point to point. Okay. And again, do each side. straight. Okay. I'm going to put a little dot down here. With our grid. Okay. Pen again. And then the final side. Okay, put that off to the side. And let's hope we did this correct. Okay. All right. So we got a start of it. And then we're going to come in with some book page. Okay. Okay, we'll come in with some of this little dictionary page and add to the sides. Okay, let's see here. I think if we use a whole section, that should be let's see what we got here. Oop. Trim her back down since we didn't use it. All right. So the goal here is just to kind of give it a little extra something on the edges. There we go. I probably don't need all of that underneath there. I'll be tearing some of that off. And a little there. And need the ruler back again. So if we put that under all the way around on the sides, then we should have it pretty much covered. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these on. So this is, we're going to work on getting this, this little folio done, and then I will come back with a second part to this, doing the journal cards in another video, kind of a little bonus video. Okay. And hopefully this will be wide enough. So far, yep, there we go. And, oops. There. Add that on there. We'll see what we got. There we go. I like it. Okay. So then this piece is going to go under there. And we will add more to the top once we get everything done here, but I just want to make sure that we have this part completed. Okay, get the book page out of the way here, and our extra spare piece. All right, so we'll go up. Oops. Go up like so. And I know you can't see the piece of plastic packaging there, but, and I'll cut that thumb piece out there too in a little, that's, oops, that doesn't work. Come back here. All right. Good. Good, good, good. And we'll match that up. And we will match that up. And then we will be putting some clusters on there so you just won't see the seam in there at all. So what we're going to do now is ink up. Get some ink on there, and I am not going to glue this down tonight onto the piece of cardboard because I want to go ahead and sew around that. But we'll completely get everything done that we need to get done on it first, and so that it is almost all completed, with the exception of putting that on there, and so that it will be basically all done. So we're just going to go ahead. I'm using some vintage photo on here. Give it some inking. I do like my inking. Okay, come on. Don't fail me now. So I hope everybody had a really good Christmas. I have a large family and we all got together, so it was really a nice day. It was warm here, although we did have fog, so that kind of wasn't an ideal situation for those who had to drive a ways, but it wasn't horrible. And today was an absolutely wonderfully warm day. And then I hear we have snow coming sometime. I live in the Midwest, so we kind of have been looking out on the weather so far. We've had some cold, but not horrible. Okay, and so I printed this just on regular copy paper because I needed it to be thinner to be able to adhere decently onto my cardboard. Typically I like to print on matte photo paper. It really gives it a lot crisper, more vibrant color. And I do use an Epson printer, like EcoTank, and I just really like that. So now I have to piece. So we have to cut a small amount. And not to worry about these edges because I'm going to put some washi tape along the edges to finish it off. So let's see. We will piece it. Do I have it upside down? I think I do. I do have it upside down. Okay. Well, I thought I had all the edges cut off, but I don't. I missed. I printed it off with just a very slight little white border around it, so gotta get that off. Okay. All right, so here we go. Bottom is correct. Lined up at the top. And my pen. Mark it right here. Bring the trimmer up. And I hope you can see this. I know my camera seems to be up higher on my table than normal. Here we go. There we go. All right, so what I'm just going to put a line of tape on the back side. Just plain ordinary piece of Scotch tape. Just make sure that I do have that properly lined up how I want it. It's off. Okay, come on. You all don't have to come off. I should have done it this way first. There we go. Nice. Okay. Now I'll turn it over. Give it a proper tape. Okay. Well, that wasn't it. All right. Back with a little bit more distress ink. Let's see here. Let's back my paper. So I'm wondering if anybody is getting any Ralph Lauren vibes from this kit. When I saw the trend for this year, for this Christmas, and all the creators, makers doing some stuff with the Ralph Lauren, I was like, but that's plaid. But it's a really good look. All right, so I will cut this out with a circle punch. Maybe. Let's see right here. See if that's enough. That might. Let's do a little bit, take a little bit more off. There we go. I think that'll work now. Okay, that's good. All right, so we have our little piece of plastic film there. And you may be wondering, oops, here it is, about this one. So we're going to cut this in half. We'll put this one off to the side for another time, for something else. And just cut the white edges off of this. So we can go ahead and get this part taped on. And it will be sewed. It will be sewed on and also glued onto the onto the cardboard. There we go. Oops. All right, there we go. Okay. So now, take this piece and it's going to go right there. So when we put this on top, we'll have a beautiful window into some candles. That's a really pretty image there. All right. You know, I did forget to do something here. I'll just use the edge of this. There we go. Okay. All right, so that's what we have so far. And now comes the fun part, my fun part anyway. So these are some of the fussy cut images that come with the kit. And these I printed out. They're supposed to be like a pocket, but I'm not going to be using it as such. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off this top piece. Kind of give the corners a little bit of a rounding. Okay. Same over here. Oops, I took a big. Okay. And let's see, we'll ink that. Come in with a little bit of scorched timber to kind of match that up a little bit better. I like that. Okay. And we'll do the same thing with the books. And I think I'm going to stick with that scorched timber. Make it stand out just a little bit more than what I've done on the folio part. So when I fussy cut these out, I leave just a little bit of a white edge around them just to kind of, so that I can give them a little bit of distressing. Okay, so we're going to start layering these pieces. And let's see, do I want to do it that way? Or do I want to do it this way? I think I want to do it this way. Okay, I have a piece of cheesecloth here. Try that there. a little bit of book page underneath. Maybe. And we have, there's several of these quotes, and I'm thinking, oops, back on there. Thinking we're going to go ahead and do that down there. And I have some little charms that I made. Let's see if I can find a 25. Nope, not there. Oh, I found a 25. Okay. Oops. Put those away, and we'll add that onto there. Okay, let's distress this. If you haven't had a chance to go and watch some of the other videos, because December does get kind of to be a very busy month for a lot of us. Make sure you go and check out a lot of those videos. Check them all out. These ladies did a fabulous job on their videos. So much inspiration. This dictionary page is really thin paper. It's a 1950s. Photo. And yes, I cross-contaminate all the time. And do I care? No. All right, here we go. Oops. Okay. And that will go down like that. And then up here, get some more ink out. Put another quote right up here where that seam is, like that. And then we have a little bit of poinsettia here. And some evergreen. We're going to grunge them up a little bit. Give more of that vintagey feeling to them. Okay. And then that's going to go right in on that corner there. we go. Maybe add a little cheesecloth along there. Let's let's go ahead and start gluing this down. I think I'm going to use my 3-in-1. Okay, a little extra here, snip off, and pull that down just a wee bit there. There we go. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. I want to tuck that under like that and have it just kind of peeking into that window. And might add a little bit more of this down along the bottom here. There we go. Okay, I have that done. So let's work on the bottom piece here. So we're going to take this part off, set it off to the side, and glue down, no, not. See if that's the exact placement that I want that before it dries. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. Oop. I lost my 25. Okay, so we can kind of tack that down. Stick some more beacon on there. got the book page, the dictionary page. And then our parcels. Oops. I wonder, I have some of this coffee filter. I wonder if that would, okay, add that. And then let's see. We might have, I think I'll take a little bit of the sander and see what it does. Kind of rough up those edges a little bit. Give it a worn look. Don't like these square corners. Okay. Give it a little vintage photo. Alrighty. Just gonna go across there like that. And these are good, so I can tack them down a little bit better. And I am going to be sewing around that, so it will be tacked down much better. Okay, put our little 25 charm on. There we go. Okay, starting to come together. Oops. There we go. All right, so it's going to kind of look like that on the front. We'll have some washi tape down along the edges, and I think that, and I'll have this kind of glued in, I guess. And then our journal cards will go in through the top there. There we go. And I don't know if I need to, if I feel like I want to add any more. I love this little bauble here. I just didn't know if this would, if it's something I wanted to put on there or not. Oh, that's cute. Or we could do, we could do like a fabric bow. Let's see here. Get rid of some of these strings. Get all kinds of little pieces on there. Oops. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. All right, I'm not sure if you're seeing the whole entire thing. There we go. Yeah, I'm liking that. See if I can bring you out just a little bit. Maybe not. There we go, maybe. Kind of get you all up there. All right. So that's what this one is going to look like. And then, like I said, the journal cards are going to go down inside. They're going to be extra large journal cards, so we can kind of get a lot of information about our Christmases, a lot of Christmas memories to write down. Maybe include some letters to Santa in there. And I think it'll be a really cute little folio, a little keepsake for next Christmas to look back on. So that'll do it for my project today. I will come back with part 2 of this with the journaling cards. We'll make those together. And remember to go over to the Facebook groups. Use the hashtag Teri's Crafty Christmas 25. Post your pictures using this kit. This is an absolutely amazing kit. Thank you to all the other creators in this collaboration for an amazing month. I've enjoyed watching the videos, and I hope to see you all soon. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for visiting. Bye.